Hi folks, we're at LR Workshop. So the Grenadier, if you've had that email recently, is out for more cash for like an extended deposit. And I've got to decide whether my £450 here, I click this refund request, or if I'm going to hang in there and let them have my cash for a little bit longer. If this was another YouTube 4x4 channel, I'd probably be telling you right now, I've ordered one, I've got exclusive access, and it's going to be delivered in August or something like that. Unfortunately, I live in the real world and I literally have to make a decision because I bought a house recently and I still haven't sold my previous house, so I'm incredibly cash poor and I could really use that 450 quid back, to be honest. So I'm really going to have to think about this. I'm going to investigate what we've got on the website here and see what the deal is, any finance options, because I'm paying 2 mortgages and 2 sets of council tax, etc. for the time being. And the other reality is there's so many other things I want to do in the coming, months, years with my cash. And it's whether a Grenadier, God, I would love to own a Grenadier, but it's just whether I can justify it, because it's not a case of having everything, unfortunately. I've got to choose what I'm going to do. It's not a vehicle I particularly need. I don't particularly have a use for one. I've got 2 Defenders already, which are, can fill the capabilities of a Grenadier quite well. But yeah, well, wouldn't we all love to have a play with a Grenadier? I'd love to, run it for a bit, see what the crack is, test it under my own steam, take it abroad somewhere, dismantle it a bit, wouldn't we all? But we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do with your £450 or the currency, whatever you've paid in, and whether you've already claimed it back, or whether you're going to hold on, or whether you've paid more of your deposit, an extra £2,000 or so. In general, though, here's where I'm at with the Grenadier. I mean, I've not paid much attention to it. I had the test drive last October. I've not really paid much attention to it since then. I've been quite busy, been overseas a bit. But, there's lovers and there's haters of the Grenadier. People think it's not as true British a vehicle as they want it to be, but I'm kind of, I try to be quite positive and optimistic about the Grenadier, and I'm not told what to say. I have no relationship with INEOS whatsoever. I like the fact that they've tried to stay true to a beam axled off-roader, which is rare in this day and age. I like the central dash. I like how well made it is. Something novel for us Land Rover owners. But it's really expensive. It is really expensive, and like a hell of a lot more expensive. The outgoing Defender special editions were like 35, 40,000, and here we are 6 years later, and we've gone up 50% on that more. So it is an expensive thing, but it's no surprise, I guess. It was always going to be that. It's a new vehicle. It's had $1 billion and 7 years of development has gone into it. So that's what you've got to do in this day and age. So the fact that we're sitting here and they have released a brand new off-roader into the market in this day and age that's big and heavy and thirsty and expensive, it's actually incredible. Look, it considering all that taking, it just feels so normal for this to be the case. But we didn't hear from the Grenadier for like 3 or 4 years. It could have just, everyone thought it just petered away, floated off into the ether. But it's actually here, and there is a vehicle that people are able to be, able to buy potentially and drive within the next few months. So that in itself is quite an achievement. I mean, we still don't know at this stage how long its legs are going to be. They want to sell like 30,000 a year. At this stage, it could still be could still be a DeLorean. It was a new vehicle that started out, only lasted 2 or 3 years, and then faded away. That could still happen. And then, so from the perspective of buying a Grenadier now, it's probably not a bad investment. You probably wouldn't. It depends on the finance, obviously, and which one you go for, but you wouldn't lose any money. If you wanted to buy it outright at the end of it, you probably wouldn't lose any money on it, because they're going to be desirable because they're going to be well built and they're going to be unique. So they're worth it from that perspective. And then on the flip side, if it does all fail within 2 or 3 years, you've got a DeLorean effectively that's only going to go up in value because they're so unique, and there's now a limited number of them. It's kind of the way that Defenders have gone up in price. I'm kind of impressed with the vehicle. I mean, it's not what I would really want, which is like a 70 series Land Cruiser. You know, it's not rest of the world spec as I would imagine it, but that's the modern era. I think they're going to sell all of them as well. They've got 6,000 slots for the UK, 1,700 non-commercial slots. So basically, punters just want to buy one to put on their driveway or, you know, for private use. 1,700. I think they're going to sell all of those because there will be people around with cash who buy Porsche one year and a motorbike the next year, and they'll buy the Grenadiers this year and run them around a bit and go on to something else in 2-3 years time, 1 or 2-3 years time. So I think they will sell them all. You know, the Defender, the outgoing Defender, even though it was cheaper than this, they were selling 10,000-12,000 a year. There is some kind of market there, at least in the UK. So they'll probably sell the whole lot, to be honest. So I'm going to load up my configuration from last September and see what it would be costing me. So I remember I went for a fairly standard vehicle as much as possible. I'm not really, you know, I kind of like standard things. I don't want all the accoutrements that go with modern vehicles. Yes, so probably stay with a diesel. I think, blue. Wow, 500 quid for the blue. Ugh, it's probably worth it. So my vehicle choice, £55,000 effectively. I don't know what that relates to in terms of finance costs, because that's really what it comes down to. I've not got £55,000 to buy this thing outright in cash. It would have to be on finance. And even then, I'd probably put it on finance and then maybe give it back after however long, whatever the deal is. So you play with it for a bit and then make a decision later. Steel wheels. Yeah, that's fine by me. Locking wheel nuts. That's all right. 400 and... Yeah, so you pay 470 quid for an all-terrain tyre. It's not bad. It's not bad, actually. What's in the options? Do I want any of this? Well, I'd want to make it as cheap as possible. It doesn't seem like... I thought I'd gone for as cheap as possible, but this is probably a bit more than minimum. What? A flag? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they give you a flag for whatever country you're in, or whether they've all got a British flag if you want it. Anyway. Exterior. Let's go to interior. What have we got here? Utility standard. No. All that for leather. Yeah, that looks like a warning panel there on the front. It seems like a bit more... I don't know if they've confirmed this or what. Heated front seats. I had heated front seats in my Defender when I bought it second hand, and I got rid of them because I don't... Heated seats, you put them on, it just feels like you wet yourself. I really don't... I'm not interested in heated seats. I don't know if anyone else thinks that as well, but I don't find them comfortable. The Defender's big enough for you to wear a big coat in the winter. You can drive with a big coat on. And the heating's pretty naff, so you pretty much have to drive with a big coat on anyway. Drain valves, rubber floor mats. Yeah, well, let's keep it as basic as possible. Rough pack or smooth pack. Rough or smooth, how do you like it? Either way, so we've got diff locks and all-terrain tires. Well, we've already got all-terrain tires. What difference does that make? Heated windscreen, external heated mirrors. Blimey. No, well, let's keep it standard. I mean, it's probably not a bad deal considering... Well, there's no aftermarket at the moment. In a Defender, you could probably add all this stuff yourself, but there's no aftermarket for the Grenadier. Summary, my Grenadier. £55,000. That is... It's... I think I've become desensitized to the price now. It is a lot of money. We were originally thinking it'd be in the 40s, and they kind of hinted at it not that long ago, and now we're in the 50s, and it just makes you... It's gone to that next level where you're like, it's not just like having a punt on it. Oh, here we go. Right, what we've got. Yeah, there's the figures. Height, length. Bloody hell. It's about half a metre longer than a Defender. Width, yeah, it's a fair amount wider, about 20 centimetres wider, I think. Warranty. Base warranty 5 years, paint 3 years, anti-perforation. I assume they mean rust, but... Well, I assume that means holes related to rust, because you see all the people that bought the new Defender and they say it's 6 months in and they got some rusty bolts on the exhaust heat shield, and it goes back to the dealer. That's the other thing about buying a new vehicle. I don't know if I want to spend my Saturdays running in and out from somewhere because there's a problem with the vehicle. I'm just not into that. I don't want to get... No. I wouldn't be buying a new vehicle for that reason, and there's probably going to be lots of niggles with this vehicle, and I'd be quite tolerant of it, but I don't. If you get the vehicle, you want to kind of use it from the get-go. Wow, wow, that is pretty big. That is pretty big, considering that's more than a Puma. That's more than a Puma engine. It's probably because of the weight, actually. Oh well, let's check out. That's my reservation. So Grenadier, oh interesting. So yeah, 45,000. Wow, yeah, without that. So pay. I've got to pay £2,000 if I want to carry on. Let's see what happens. So I've put my address in. Finance. You're making a prepayment, not the full amount. You want to see finance? How do I do this? Finance options, yes, continue. Okay, so there's no information here. So I've got to pay £2,050. What does that get me? Secures your manufacturing build slot. Refund. So I think it's fully refundable. I want to know how much it's going to be. Oh wow, I've just seen down here. 24 miles to the gallon. Oh, that is... Wow, yeah, it's got to be just because it's so heavy. That is shocking for a modern vehicle, and even compared to the old Defender, but it's got to be the weight. Anyway, I want to know more about finance. Okay, so I found this page, buying, it's on the main website, you don't have to log in. Buy in person, finance exchange. So we've got 3 different types. You want to own at the end of the contract, or you want to offset some of the balance, don't rebound mileage conditions. So this one's probably the cheapest. You want to change vehicles, retain ownership, flexible form of loan, and you're limited by mileage. Yeah, I could do that if it's going to keep the price down, but there's no actual details on that. I don't know how I find out like how much the actual cost is. I think at this stage I've got to pay £2,000 to find out what the some fully refundable. So basically I could pay another £2,050 now to find out potentially what the finance options are and then make a decision. Unfortunately, I cannot commit £2,000 of my cash right now. So I think all I can do is there's no point getting my 450 back. So I think what I'm going to do is leave my 450 in the pot and just kind of half be in it, just see what happens. Yeah, I can't commit that money right now. If it was in like 6 months' time or a year ago, I could have done it. Yeah, okay. Interested what you guys are all doing as well. Have you gone for have you committed £2,500 into this? And if you have, why? Are you expecting to fully buy one, or are you expecting to just want to taste the water and see what happens, how far out your build slot might be, and then make a final decision, or see what the financial... That's another question. If any of you have got your £2,500 in there, in the pot, have you found out what the finance deals are? I'd be interested to know. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe for more Land Rover and sometimes Grenadier videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.